I couldn't imagine doing that 21 years ago. What I want to do is a video talking about how I guess my life has been since I was diagnosed with MS 21 years ago.
The Glenlivet 21 is a single malt which is delivered out of the Space Sides, and it's delicious.
Actually, it's probably a shorter video if I talk about how my life hasn't changed. But I'll just talk about how it has changed. As far as work is concerned, I no longer have a career in radio news that I had before.
In 1921, radio fans were all earphones listening to a pioneer station, WHN.
And I am still not able to do that, and people ask me, have you gone back to work? No, I haven't, because of several things. The fatigue is incredible. I can't imagine working somewhere 8 hours a day straight without taking a nap. And the job that I used to do was pretty high stress.
Stress is stressful.
I used to do news on the air, and I can't read as fluently as I could in the past. I listened to my tapes in the past that I did, and I said, wow, man, I couldn't do that to save my life.
He is accused of killing Sierra County Deputy Kelly Clark when she was transporting him to a prison in Grants on March 4th. Vern Beachy News Radio 770 KOB.
Just because of the brain cognition, and you have to think quickly, and I'm very good at extemporaneous talk, but sit me down and have me read something, I will struggle with that, because the double vision and the brain cognition, I just can't do what I used to do. But that's what I couldn't do. How has my life changed? What am I now able to do that I couldn't in the past?
We've got an understanding. We're on a mission from God.
Well, now I'm a patient advocate, so I go around the country talking at various MS seminars, talking to people with MS or their caregivers about my journey with MS, how I've done since I've been diagnosed, and I tell them, what things I've had to overcome and how I've overcome them. I wouldn't have been able to do that 21 years ago. And I am fortunate and blessed that I have the opportunity to now do so. And I couldn't imagine doing that 21 years ago. Or I guess being able to do that 21 years ago. So I'm fortunate in that respect. I know a lot of people can't do that, and I'm blessed that I can. Hopefully, I know I learn as much as hopefully those in the audience learn when I talk with them or do my talk and stuff. Hopefully they learn just as much as I learn. And my wife, for example, is a great caregiver, and maybe in the future she'll be able to tell her story and talk about how she acts as a caregiver, and tell other people in the room, other caregivers, some of the things, some of the challenges that she's had prior to meeting her. She knew nothing about MS. Kind of like prior to me being diagnosed with MS, I knew nothing about the disease. But she knows a lot now. And she's a wonderful caregiver. Hopefully, she'll have the opportunity to travel around with me and talk with other people in the MS seminars about what she does as a caregiver, what she looks at, and just tips and tricks that she's learned over the years. That's what has changed quite a bit for me. If I had to do it all over again, would I? No. Would I choose to get diagnosed with MS? Absolutely not. Of course not. That's a no-brainer. Said this in the past, generally people don't have any control over what happens to them in their lives, but they have complete control over how they respond to what has happened to them or what has not happened to them. And hopefully I have responded correctly, but as far as correctly, it's the only way I know how.